the Xbox Series has a major audio problem. My name is Nabil and this is some really annoying news. Now I know what some people are gonna say. Hold on, why are you talking about this? This is a Neo Geo SNK channel, right? Why are we talking about the Series S or Series X? Well, simply enough, because King of Fighters 15, Samurai Showdown, and all the future SNK games are coming to this system. And I was lucky enough to be able to get both the PlayStation 5 and an Xbox Series X. And this is not, I'm not trying to say which console is better than the other one. I'll have another video where I compare the two consoles the more I spend time with both of them. And just in a nutshell, just to summarize, both consoles are great. They have a lot of potential. Both of them are not perfect. Both of them have some issues. And today I'm here to talk to you about a major one, at least for me, when it comes to the Xbox Series X and Series S for that matter. Before I get into details, gentle reminder, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you are notified whenever a new video from Neo Geo Now drops. Now, little bit of history. I was able to get an Xbox Series X by chance and was very, very happy that I could. And my impression when I started playing the games on the Series X, and as someone who's coming from PC, I have a 2080 Ti, which is a very powerful graphic card, and it's more powerful than the Series X, but the convenience of actually being able to play those games at really high graphical fidelity on the television directly without worrying about switching screens, plugging, unplugging cables, and on a silent machine. This thing is really silent. I really, really love it. It was really great, and I've been having a lot of fun with the actual console. But I had, as I said, a major letdown. What happened is when I connected my Xbox Series X to my TV, which is hooked to a home theater that is capable of outputting Dolby Atmos, I realized something really annoying, that the Series X, the way it handles Dolby audio is really odd. There's always a delay. So here's the thing, a lot of people are gonna say, well, stop, this has to be with your setup. Well, let me tell you, it is not. I have everything else hooked the same way, including my PC, which is Windows based, PlayStation 5, 4K Blu-ray player. Everything plays fine except the Series X. So I went ahead first and said, no, this couldn't be correct. So I went ahead and started, messing with the audio settings of the Series X. So you could go with stereo, and then you have DTS, Dolby, Dolby 5.1, and Dolby Atmos. And when you're in stereo, everything works just fine. There's absolutely no delay. As you keep going down, DTS, there's a very slight delay that is really tolerable. It doesn't bother me at all. The moment you go to Dolby 5.1, that delay starts getting higher and bigger. Dolby Atmos, it's the worst. This is like watching one of those videos where they make fun of dubbing of anime or movies. You have the action and then it takes a bit longer before you start hearing the actual sound. Take a look at that. So I went ahead and checked online, and I was surprised to see hundreds and hundreds of posts, people claiming having the exact same issue, asking Microsoft to explain what is happening. And what's really frustrating is that this same exact issue was happening with the Xbox One before, and Microsoft did nothing about it. In fact, they didn't even say anything about it. They just keep saying, well, check your setup. Well, guess what? My setup is fine. I know that because I tried everything else, and my PC supports Dolby Atmos and it works great with no problem at all. So the problem is from the actual Series X. And the way this issue happened is when you use the ARC, which stands for Audio Return Channel. If you don't know what Audio Return Channel, it's basically a feature in most modern television which allows the audio to be rerouted from your television to your home theater, so you don't have to connect the Xbox Series X or any console to the home theater directly. All you have to do is connect it to your television, and then the audio will be returned through this channel, hence the word audio return channel. And as I said, I've been using this feature for a very long time, and it's working just fine with everything else. But the way it's implemented on Series X there's something wrong with it. So before somebody tells you, well, why don't you just, hook your Series X to the actual home theater directly? Well, let me tell you why I can't do that. I mean, I can do that, and in fact, when you do it, it works okay, but you do lose 120 FPS, you do lose VRR and all the modern HDMI 2.1 features. Why, you might ask? Because currently, as of this recording, there is not a single home theater that supports the 2.1 HDMI 2.1 features. There are some home theaters that have HDMI 2.1. Those were released in 2020, but it turned out that all of them have a major bug. They don't allow VRR and 120 FPS to go through them. So right now, there's no way of doing that. And Microsoft should know this by now. There's, again, hundreds and hundreds of posts of people having the same issue. What did Microsoft do? Absolutely nothing. So you'll tell me, why is it not making the news? Why didn't a lot of people talk about this? Because the people who actually have this issue, or the people who can see this issue as of now, are the people who actually have televisions that support 120 FPS and HDMI 2.1 and have a home theater, which is a big number, but compared to the majority of the actual gaming community, it's not as big, and that's why there is not a whole lot of crying and screaming at Microsoft for this. But this is the reason I'm doing this video. I want people to know this. This is really annoying. So right now, my solution, if I want to play the game, I'm forced to go through stereo or use my headphones. Now, if I use headphones, it works fine, right? And you have to use headphones that are compatible with the Series X, something like the RTX 7 series, which works great. There's no delay. And again, it has to be plugged in to the actual console. If you use the headphones directly plugged in to the controller, you're still gonna get the delay, which is almost definitely about 600 milliseconds or so, which is huge. And it just renders the whole Audio Atmos thing unusable. Even 5.1 is unusable. Right now, as I said, I'm using DTS, which is okay. It's not perfect because it messes on how the stereo works. For some reason, the stereo comes from both my stereo speakers as well as my Atmos speaker, which is kind of annoying, but it's better than just playing with the delay. And I prefer to play using the home theater rather than the actual headphones. Which brings me to the next thing. Microsoft, what are you guys doing? This is 2021. Your console is a next generation console. It's a brand new console that's supposed to take gaming to the next level. It cannot do that if you can't do Dolby properly. Dolby has been around for years, since the Super Nintendo had Dolby in it. So to be in this day and age and not being able to implement Dolby correctly is really shameful. And I'm not telling people don't buy the Series X. The Series X is a great console. The value that it brings with the Game Pass is insane. The graphics are great, but the audio right now is really lacking. And I hope Microsoft is gonna do something about it, as more people are gonna get televisions that support these HDMI 2.1 and more people are using home theaters. I hope they're gonna do something about it, because right now it's really annoying. Also, the fact, why do I have to download and purchase, well, it's free, but why do I have to download an application on the Series X to be able to get Dolby? It just doesn't make any sense. This is not a Windows machine. It shouldn't have these computer things, trying to go and download the software to be able to drivers to use Dolby. This just doesn't make any sense. Please, Microsoft, fix your stuff. Sorry guys about this rant, but I love my Series X, I love my PlayStation 5, I love gaming, and I love a good audio. This is why I have a Dolby Atmos setup. So hopefully Microsoft is gonna do that. Sorry for the rant, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and until next time, thank you for watching.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video from NeoGeo Now. Now don't forget to like and subscribe if you have not done so, and I would like to take this opportunity and thank my patrons for supporting the channel and making this content possible. Making daily videos and especially the documentaries and lore episodes takes a very long time and a lot of effort, and being able to get some support for these time-consuming tasks allow me to keep going and strive for more and better content. With that said, I want to give a big special shout out to Michael, Bryant Yard, Fahad As-Suwaidi, Heinz Green 3, SSBM Slick Tricks, Jacques Paul, and Ken Suenaga. As well as special thanks to Shaka Asamiya, Refugio Robles, Felipe Guimara, Jihao Ju, Gil Sal, Muhammad Al-Blushi, Anthony Longino, and Bernd Ritnatz. Those of you who are not yet NeoGeoNow patrons, I hope you will check my Patreon page where you can become patrons, helping the channel produce more videos as well as receive special perks that are exclusive to patrons, like early access to videos, exclusive making-offs, and other SNK digital goodies. Link for the NeoGeo Patreon page is in the description below. So until next time, thank you for watching.